Also, can we talk about how, like, there's the giant Torosaurus head over there on top of the roof of that, and it looks like one of its horns broken?
And there's no one really special around to speak of either.
No one special to speak of. Not in the slightest. Edgeworth, your boyfriend's over there!
What?
Well, no one from our current vantage point at any rate. Anyway, we don't have time to ponder such things. We need to investigate this entire lot. Right over there. I got an achievement called right over there. How dare you? This horn. Do you recognize it?
Oh, that's part of one of Torosaurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where did you find it?
On the ground near the side entrance.
That's weird. We keep a replica of Torosaurus's head up on the roof of the trailer over there.
And it's quite large, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there, see it?
I see you over there, Maya. You can't hide from me.
Right there.
That really is big. Found fallen next to the body. The head's usually kept up on the roof of the trailer, and that's where it was supposed to be yesterday as well. That's a broken table up there, too. Okay. The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived. But the lock on the gate leading out to the side of the big building had been cut. What does this tell us?
Easy. That the killer used the side gate.
Precisely. And it tells us something else important, too. Namely that our culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock.
You were about to say the number for the nomination lock, weren't you?
Don't sass me.
You're right. It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead they chose the classic thief's route, the lesser-known side entrance. This is no run-of-the-mill criminal, Mr. Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us.
I'm not sure we should be excited by that fact, Kay. Anyway, we know that everybody working on the movie knew the combination, which makes it likely that our culprit wasn't a member of the Castall crew. There we go. The combination lock on the front gate was left untouched, while the side gate's chain was cut sometime last night. Okay. Okay, so that didn't work. There's no logical connection between these two things. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I have an idea. All right. I just thought of this. So how did the horn break off of the helmet, or the giant one? It would have to I don't know what this is made out of. Like, I imagine it's made out of some, like, sturdy material. Especially if it's gonna be, like, one of those high-quality, like, replicas or some sort of suit or something like that. So I'm just gonna imagine it's probably made out of some dense material. And we know that, like, there is, like, if they're doing this like an actual movie set, didn't they say they had, like, a little... Actually, wait, no, that crane is for the camera. Because my initial idea was like, well, this makes me, like, the dent in the fence makes me think a high impact, and the way it's circular makes me think, oh, it might have been, like, some sort of, like, wrecking ball, but maybe I'm thinking a little too... Maybe I'm not thinking outside the box enough. Rather it be, like, a circular ball, like, from a wrecking ball, what if it was the actual helmet? Or like that giant replica that did it, and in the impact, part of that hammer broke off of the head. All right, let's see. Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness. Which leads me to wonder.
Wait! You think that giant Torosaurus head could have...
I do. I think it could well have rolled off of the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. It seems more than possible. And it also means... Torosaurus head. The giant head might have fallen from the production trailer's... Oh, what if it landed on top of the president? What if that's what killed him? There's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
Oh yeah, there isn't!
Now, this is still only a possibility. But if the Torosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there...
Yeah, that could kill somebody for sure.
Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up on the roof of the trailer?
You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not.
Your voice was a little bit more confident there.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll go back to feeble. Knock yourselves out. But don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippy.
All right, I'm done here. I found out what I need to know for now. And what might that be, I wonder? Hi? Whoa.
Move, old man.
What did you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid.
No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here.
What the?
I'm so sorry about him. Sean apologized to the nice man.
Tch.
Come on, Sean, you know you can't speak to people like that.
Freaking kid looked like he's trying to be Laharo.
Whatever. Who the heck was he? A policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that?
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be trouble for a second there.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Agent Lang like that.
Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making.
Sean Fenn? Okay, so you're not that same boy from the other one. The star? This little boy?
Hi there, I'm Kate Faraday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor.
A prosecutor?
That's right, and a pretty famous one at that.
If he's a prosecutor, where's his badge? He certainly doesn't pull any punches.
Oh, you, might not want to get too close, Sean.
She's right. It's no sight for a child. But he's involved in all this, nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. Okay, so we have a new child here. Can I get him up now? Actually, would you mind coming up there with us?
Oh, sure, after you.
Wow. So this is the mighty Torosaurus.
Huh? He looks different from before.
Yeah, he does. That looks nothing like what we're supposed to be expecting.
Here he's way cooler on the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on this model?
Actually, what the fuck, why?
Oh, I forgot you two aren't Torosaurus fans. This is the original Torosaurus design from 12 years back. Huh? So, what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Torosaurus. They gave him a makeover specially for the movie. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? A makeover? He's totally different! This one's... it's just...
A cow.
Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity. Monstrosity? Yeah, the cow. Man's best friend reimagined as a terrifying monster.
Man's best friend is a dog. What?
It totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me.
Me too, I'm afraid. Okay. Ooh, hello. That must be how it fell down. It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched.
That's weird. The head should be on that table.
But the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there for now. Oh. The scorch marks look particularly bad with the legs snapped off. I think there might have been a fire up here.
Do you think that's what happened to the legs?
Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed, and the head
Would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right! The fire caused the head to fall.
Indeed. And I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here, anyway.
Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting.
Yeah, I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here.
You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay?
No! I was thinking I could just carry it around with me. And then every time you shout, "Objection!" I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Yeah, I can picture it now. You look amazing! Well, do I get the job? When do I start?
Hopefully never. There's the banter that I freaking missed. These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department.
Look at the ground around them. Mr. Edgeworth, it's all burned up.
Indeed. As is the blue sheet underneath, and the nearby newspaper, and the outside of the cans.
Wait, do you think this Torosaurus head can breathe fire? Nah, this old guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type.
That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow.
There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something?
I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. It just really gets in your bones.
Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can't start talking like an old fogey. You already look like one. Yeah, just talk young and bright and happy.
You may not have noticed, Kay, but that's not exactly my style.
The model was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Torosaurus and realize this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise.
And just as we thought, his horn is broken.
So the model really is what killed the president?
I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand.
What's that?
Miss Nichols, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
If you happened not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example, once it's in pieces, could one person move it?
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could.
Model on the first generation Torosaurus design. Seems like it fell from the roof of the on-set production trailer last night. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow.
Funny. I was just thinking the exact same thing. One of the president's stuffed toys, yep. We know it from the president's plane, of course. And from the auction. So, President Wong's plushie.
It was a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus.
Can this really be just a coincidence?
Killed by the very thing he loved. Oh, the humanity.
Yep. Hi. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Are you really a prosecutor? You just look like an old guy to me.
I am. Old guy. Charmed, I'm sure.
Badge first, then we talk.
I don't have my badge right now.
Then how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Phew, he's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him?
Why not? I doubt it can hurt. I never was good with children.
So you're an actor, right, Sean?
Yeah, so what?
That's amazing! You're so cool!
It's not that big of a deal. Kay's approach seems to be having an effect.
So, those horns of yours.
Yeah, what about them?
Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with Torosaurus.
Oh, wait a minute, this feels like it's a reference to one of the types of Godzilla. Like, isn't there a Godzilla, is a Mecha Godzilla? The Mecha Godzilla in question has, it's built around the bones of a previous Godzilla, and the dude that's piloting it actually has, a mental, soul link with the spirit of Godzilla, and they work together. Somebody can correct me on this. I might be completely misremembering what the details of this particular Godzilla is, but you know which one I'm talking about, right? I'm pretty sure that Godzilla had a death battle.
And the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean?
Just shut up, will you? They don't need to know all that stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious.
Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie? While you're still in elementary school? That's crazy! Oh. Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger.
What? Oh. Oh. So he's Edward Elric with a little bit more edge.
What? But look at him! He's so little and cute! And the backpack, I just thought... The backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is, huh. But he's kinda small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him.
I said, stop telling people stuff they don't need to know!
I'm sorry.
So it's all part of the role. Except for the carton of milk, maybe. He's drinking milk so he grows taller. He's gotta get them calcium on them bones. Oh my god, I kinda like this theme that's playing right now with this kid. Oh my god, you're literally Little Harl. Do you hate your dad?
The dead guy. That's the president, right? Yeah, you know him?
A little. I met him once.
He's meeting with presidents now?
Guy was a real piece of work.
Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? don't want to talk about it. Fine, I guess. President Wong was working with us on the movie.
Wait, working with you? How exactly?
He had a part, just a cameo, nothing big. So he came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him.
Why put the president in your movie?
We heard he was a huge fan of the original Torosaurus. So the studio offered him a little role. They figured it would be good PR.
Last thing I need is amateurs on my set.
I told you before, Sean, you can't talk about people like that.
And I told you to shut your mouth. I guess he's none too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals. It's kind of rude. Oh, here.
What's this? Oh, wait! From yesterday?
A photograph? Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want.
Wow, it's such a great picture. And you brought it specially for me? That's so kind, thank you.
No, I just happen to have a spare, that's all. I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too?
Oh, sure, here.
So it was taken yesterday. No footprints and certainly no body. Wait, then who was in the suit? Oh, cool. Okay. Man, this kid's theme is actually pretty good. I like it. All right. I think that about just wraps up our preliminary investigations.
So he was killed by...
Yes, by a falling Torosaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now.
It came down right on top of him, huh?
Oh, okay.
Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang.
Mr. President!
It's a little late for that, don't you think?
Curses! Who did this?
Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this, they'll pay. I'm on their trail already.
What? What do you mean?
Our president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean that extraterritoriality applies. The local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded to the case. Lowly, one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one.
It sounds like you'd already have an idea of where you'd like to focus your inquiries.
More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building.
No. That's...
It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. And in this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer, clear as day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gavel's not a murderer.
What was Judge Gavell doing there?
He's saying he suspects her of the murder?
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment onto Excelsius Winner.
But murder goes against everything she believes in. Shows President Wong and Judge Gavell in front of the elevator on the roof of the big building. Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further.
Not so fast!
I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Which means you don't have jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that? Curses!
Hey, don't be like that! You were the one who was just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit.
You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case?
It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify that with a question of my own, Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wong? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy. Who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, looking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by. That's my boy Edgeworth.
You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us.
A fool? How dare you?
That was just what I needed to hear. Fine. You're in. I've lost my minions and you've lost your fancy title. But it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head to head and thrash out the details?
I'd be honored.
But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. I have an assassin to catch. And not even you're going to get in the way of that.
Of course. I would expect no less.
Let me show you the truth I tore from this case with my bare fangs.
Alrighty!
Alright. So, this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it. She killed the president.
They were there completely alone? No bodyguards?
None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear.
But what kind of conversation? How are the two of them even connected?
Seems the president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yep. Cowbell. Did you say her name was? Her.
His argument certainly isn't completely without merit. But I noticed at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Well, the thing is, if he fell from like 50 floors all the way down to the ground, he would not be perfectly okay in terms of his body. Like, there would be blood everywhere from the impact. Which, now that I think about it, maybe I should have thought about that a little bit more when I heard about Kay falling from that height. Like, logically, she should have died if she fell from that height.
Hold it!
How can you say for certain that the two really met?
So the plan's to come in swinging, huh? I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent's every move. It's a tried and tested strategy.
And not what I was intending at all.
But this battle has barely even begun, Mr. Prosecutor. So shut up and buckle up!
Hold it!
The night before last. How can you be so sure of that?
Ha! If you're not sure, then take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture is from the camera up on the viewing platform, like I said. And the camera doesn't lie. That's from 2 nights ago.
Objection!
You have a picture of them both entering the rooftop area. But nothing from after that point, I assume.
No, there's only one camera, and it's pointed at the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself. Still, this is when the murder happened. I'm sure of it.
If the president really was killed 2 nights ago, then his body would have been here in the loft this whole time. Which contradicts that picture that we got. Yesterday. So I've already know what to do.
Taking a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. Well, save it. I'm not done explaining, not even close.
Hold it!
It's entirely possible somebody else was up there, surely.
Yeah, what about the cotton candy stand?
Not so fast!
The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as he could. They cleared everybody out, and I mean everybody, including a stupid cotton candy seller.
Stupid? That's mean.
Still, it wasn't enough. If it had been, the president wouldn't be lying there now.
Hold it!
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that?
Ta! Of course I am! The place, the time, everything points to the woman in the picture.
The place and time. Interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe that the president would wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... Yes, I think I'm starting to see the problem here. There's at least one major point he's overlooking. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. I believe it was the second statement, and then she pushed him and he landed right there. This all happened the night before last. Not possible.
Objection!
But this photo contradicts that. Shalong Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen.
What?
Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew.
Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean.
And it was taken only yesterday.
What?
If Judge Cowbell really did kill President Wang the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture!
What?
Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know.
I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. You really don't love backing your opponent into a corner, huh?
Ta. Fine, you got me. I must say, it's been a while. I almost missed it.
Perhaps if you tried to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigations in the future.
Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Long Shi says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon, not until we've caught the president's killer.
I want the same thing. We all do. Nonetheless, the body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall.
That's right. He was crushed by the falling head of a giant monster.
The incident occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of the big building.
Not so fast!
Says you, but that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up on my own because of it.
But it literally can't have happened the night before last. We just proved that with this picture.
Did you? What if? What if your friend Cowbell pushed the president off of the big building the night before last, and then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere?
Here? But where?
There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night in other words, and take it out again. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it.
Objection!
There won't be any need for that.
What?
This piece of evidence proves that Judge Cowbell can't have hidden the body. Oh! Duh!
Take that!
Both entrances to this lot were locked. And we already know that the chain on the side of the gate was cut only last night. Judge Cowbell had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last.
But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago.
Why are you so set on believing that?
Because if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video, and there was more.
Oh?
There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up on the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator, alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof! There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of a building that high. Unless he was pushed by Cowbell.
You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform?
Yeah, the camera was pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the presence of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed.
I see. That's not good news for Judge Cowbell. Shows President Wong and Judge Cowbell arriving on the roof of the big building. There's no footage of the president riding the elevator down to leave.
Vanishing from a rooftop hundreds of feet in the air? Yeah, that's a tricky one, all right.
Indeed. Even the Yatagarasu can't actually fly.
Well, not yet. Anyhow, just need a little bit more practice.
Please don't tell me you think you can learn.
I was going to say, yeah, don't do that.
You already fell from a height once. We don't need you falling from another one. We don't need another damn amnesia arc. A few dozen minutes? That's awfully vague.
The exact length of time doesn't matter. Not anymore, anyway. What matters is what she did after that.
And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate?
Oh, I mean to, believe me.
Hold it!
So, she was alone when she went back down in the elevator. You're sure of that?
Oh, I'm certain. Like I said, there's footage from a little while after they went up to the roof. Footage of Cowbell recorded by the camera that points at the elevator door. And she was getting back into that elevator. Just her. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
It seems almost certain that Judge Cowbell did indeed go back into the elevator alone. I doubt he'd be so sure of himself otherwise.
Oh, it's so weird, right? Like, completely alone? Not even her pal, the Goddess of Justice, was there?
I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way.
What? No fair! Poor Goddess of Justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer.
If we could return to the matter at hand, Agent Lang. You don't think there's any possibility the president could have taken the elevator at some later point?
No. I considered it, but...
Hold it!
And just to be thorough. The camera has no blind spots, and it was functioning normally.
Are you trying to say I'd overlook stuff like that? What do you think I am?
Forgive me. As I said, I was just being thorough. It's simply my way.
Ha! Whatever. The footage was clean, okay? There's no doubt about it. The president came up in that elevator and he never went back down.
Understood. While I may question your testimony, I'll refrain from questioning your methods any further.
Do what you want. They're both rock solid.
Hold it!
And what if there was another way he could have gotten down?
Not so fast!
He was 50 stories up. Don't be ridiculous.
51.
50... What?
There's actually a 51st floor. It's actually hidden between one of the floors. It was a bit of an illegal auction room. They were doing some smuggling and they were selling items and... You seem a little annoyed by this.
Of course I'm fucking annoyed by this. The elevator was the only way down. It's that simple. If you want to take my theory apart, you'll need some sharper tools than this.
Would there really have been no other way of leaving the viewing platform?
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, are you about convinced? There's no other way the president came to be lying here.
Hold it!
I think it's a little too soon to be saying that for certain.
Struggle all you like, you won't escape me. My fangs will close around you in the end.
Your fangs aren't inescapable, and neither was that rooftop. I'll escape one by showing you how the president escaped the other.
Ooh, nice! There's nothing this great thief loves more than a breakout.
You talk a good game, Mr. Prosecutor. Now, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Escape away if you can!
So the camera means no one could have gone unnoticed. Or does it? Was falling really the only other way he could have left that rooftop? Oh, there's obviously another way. It's obviously the 51st floor, like I literally said. There it is. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of the building that high. Do I still have it? Does it still... Wait. Side of the underground auctions. This is an entrance to the 50... Yes!
Objection!
The 51st floor and the elevator in there. That'll lead it to the freaking room where the auctions are hold place. And that's how he gets down. Actually, there was another way. You notice how I mentioned there was a 51st floor?
Oh, god damn it. Apart from the elevator, what do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew.
He didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely that the big building has a hidden 51st floor.
What?
That's right. A hidden floor. With a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator.
Not so fast!
What? But you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret. How would the president even know about it?
It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory.
So what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back.
Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they keep the lots for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday.
An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wong was involved somehow?
I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility.
Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type.
He'd never do that! Not the president! Illegal underground auctions? No! He'd have nothing to do with it! Nothing!
What's gotten into him?
I hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting.
She ran away.
You know nothing. Neither of you! You have no idea how much the people love him, how well respected he is!
Is that really true? I guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. But the people of Zhangfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No. What good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn. Both of us. I can only apologize.
Apology accepted. And reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's all right, Kay. You can come out now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president.
Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man? All patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news.
What?
Ain't no way in heck your pal the president moseyed on downstairs via 51.
Really?
I was hunkered down in there storm the whole dang time. Eyes peeled like oranges.
Of course. She'd have already snuck in by that point. Miss Hart was in the 51st floor storeroom the night before last, but didn't see the president pass through.
Thanks. That's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Guess my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Cowbell 2 nights ago. That's a fact.
But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only been found today? That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say?
Sure. There are questions that still need answering. I'll give you that.
Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on.
Oh yeah? What's that?
The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation.
Yeah, I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night.
Also, can we talk about Agent Lang's you can respect the man in a way with how fiercely he's trying to defend him, like his president and all that stuff. You can kind of respect his determination and all of that, but also immediately after they try to calm down the situation, he's no shit, I kind of got out of line, so while I accept your apology, I also apologize because I got too angry. It really does show that Agent Lang is not a bad person. He's quick to anger, and it just kind of shows his fierce loyalty to his country and all that stuff. But, he really just shows the strength of his character. He's fiercely loyal and protective, but if he makes a harsh mistake, he will instantly apologize for that, you know?
Agent Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind.
Fine. He's all yours. Just take care of him, okay?
Oh, one last thing.
What?
We found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the big one.
Human footprints and the monster print? Interesting.
And? What kind of prints?
Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of your average elementary school kid.
What? What?
Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be.
What now?
I...
Miss Nichols?
Oh, I didn't mean to butt in, sorry.
Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of?
There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
last night I came here.
What? You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I just wanted to, I was worried about him, so I came back to check. To check on Sean, I mean.
Sean? The boy. Makes sense.
Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse.
Wow, he really takes the job seriously, huh?
Well, this movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So she might have seen what happened last night? Around what time was this?
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think? It looked like it might be about rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yes. Sean was there on his own, running his lines. And towering above him, there was this long, like, really, really long neck.
Neck?
Yes, with skin like an enormous worm.
Gordy?
It was like a dinosaur.
Heart?
Hooey!
You mean, it must be. Gordy! Good old Gordy! You done gave me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now.
What?
Now Gordy's involved too?
Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters.
Hot dang, you're right. He could have been communicating for real with them little horn doohickeys of his. That is some... Oh, that's a crane. That's clearly a crane covered in cloth. We just gotta figure out where the white cloth is.
Right, but it seemed more like he was kind of looking up and talking right to him. It was like they were friends. It is pretty weird, right?
Dang tootin', it's weird. Weirder than mustache on a mule. How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that? I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here.
And you're absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Oh yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran.
Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with.
Don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang.
Ooh, the monster angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next.
Young Mr. Venn, if he really was here last night, then there's a good chance he saw something.
My thoughts exactly. The prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand.
Where is he?
Sean ran out just a moment ago.
What?
We need to get after him.
Where is that boy? My God, Lotta Hart, your run cycle is baffling.
Ah, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home?
You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure. Or maybe he went on the lam.
Now you're just overthinking things, surely.
He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president. Not on his own.
And who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him.
Yes, very funny.
I'm not saying the kid did it, Not for sure anyway, not yet. But he's our most important witness right now, and we need to find him.
See, at least he's not accusing the kid. He's like, okay, Gumshoe!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Hey, it's Gummy!
Oh. Yeah.
He ran away.
What was that about?
Well, it just goes to show that your police force can't be trusted.
Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone?
Yeah. So what?
Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you, I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys, and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keep things nice and simple.
No lackeys, no friends.
Anyway, catch you both around.
Wait, come back.
Things just done got interesting. And it sounds like I got my work cut out for me. 2 big bases on the prowl? Hooey! It's rain and scoops. If I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name. Wow, this all got kinda complicated, huh?
It did. The Torosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now, Gordy. I mean, I'm happy I get to deal with some kaiju stuff, but I mean, obviously the kid didn't do it. This might as well be a movie.
Well, then we'd better get our monster hunting shoes on.
I suppose we had. Who's that? Who?
That's one of Agent Lang's old team.
We've come across a few of them on previous cases, but this one's on his own. Who are you? Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu. He's not technically my boss anymore. Really? What happened? You remember that case from a month or so back? Oh, this one? The Yatagarasu case. How could we forget?
He made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job.
Indeed. I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility. So they disbanded our team.
Wow, that's harsh.
But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it. I mean, yeah, the girl that he was working with turned out to be a criminal.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise. 12 years ago? What does that mean? I'm sorry, I already said too much. I'd better be on my way. Interesting. These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Well, looks like everybody left except us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle.
What kind of other angle?
Somebody needs to get Judge Gavel's side of the story.
Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again?
Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
I guess the trial will be beginning right about now.
Indeed. I think we'd better head down to the courthouse, don't you?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's get her side of the story. I mean, she's being accused, so she needs to know that she's being accused She's being considered a suspect in a certain case, so she deserves to know. Especially after her helping us out. Like, yeah, she definitely deserves to just like, no, like, hey, we're gonna do you a solid. You're kind of being suspected and being accused in this certain case, so we would like to hear your side, if that's okay. That sort of thing, you know? I don't know. I feel like she deserves it. God, I